I've spent the last 200 days of my Stardew Valley journey trying to reach perfection, and I failed. So I'm upping the ante. With only 30% left till I get perfection, I wanted to do even more. Not only do I need to reach the summit this video, I need to complete every single Steam achievement. This includes completing 40 help wanted quests, shipping 15 of each crop, beating the Prairie King without dying, which is the hardest achievement in the game, so much so that the creator literally regrets making it, and many more. Luckily, we already have most of them just playing through the game normally, but let's not waste our time and get to it. Since it is the start of year 3, apparently my grandpa's ghost comes down from wherever he may be to evaluate the progress I have made in the game thus far. Like full friendships, achievements, and player experience all count towards this. Luckily, with the stress I have put on myself to 100% this game, we got 4 candles lit. The max amount of candles my grandpa can give me. Thank God I am already ahead in the game. This earns me a statue of perfection that gives me iridium ore every single day. Speaking of days, day 1 I actually got quite a bit done. I completed a help wanted quest, which I need 40 of to get the big help achievement. I accepted a key challenge to hopefully get the rest of the key gems needed for my remaining recipes, and finally planted 15 of some crops I need for the polyculture achievement. This is a really good start to the year, but there is more. I had 1 recipe left to make. So when I got a banana on day 2, I was finally able to get the Gourmet Chef achievement. It actually almost didn't even happen on day 2 because Shane was in my way. I also got to talk to Leo, as he is the last person I need to get 10 hearts with. But throughout my journey, I have realized something. Even though I made so much progress in the game, because the visuals or decorating of my farm didn't change, it really just doesn't feel like I've accomplished that much. So I really wanted to work on that. Starting first with my house. The entirety of day 3 was spent decorating, and I didn't want to record it. So, take my pretty kinda decorated house. Don't worry, I can't have too many good things, because the next day my quest to try and finish the museum still doesn't end. I couldn't get the stupid golden mask or the skull I needed. You know what I did complete though? The next key challenge I needed. By using a healing trinket and some buffs before I entered Skull Cavern, I was fully able to beat the Hungry challenge. Just don't look at my health. Since we're trying to 100% everything, I also wanted to 100% my special items and powers tab, which started great by finally getting the Spring Onion Mastery. That's not necessarily useful right now. I cleared away some rocks to look in this golden trash can and found myself the Alleyway Buffet, which helps me in my dumpster diving journeys. The next book I collected was just buying it from the dwarf. And the last one for today was entering Marlon's personal room and looking in this gift to find the mapping cave systems. Something that I completely forgot about was getting all the scarecrows, because after collecting all of them, I get the deluxe scarecrow recipe, which helps my perfection score and master crafter achievement. So I started by placing a battery in this tunnel and then taking a rainbow shell to the train station's box. The next quest is to get some beets, which I don't have. So before I continue this quest for my second to last scarecrow, I kind of have to plant those. Day 7, I got the animal catalog book, then took myself to the volcano. There's still a lot I need here, like journal scraps, dragon teeth for crafting recipes, and the diamond book. I sadly forgot to bring the diamonds for those. Even though I struggled getting the teeth I needed, I did not struggle with the journal scraps. Finally getting the stupid ostrich egg, which means I can A, finally have an ostrich, and B, ship the last item I needed for full shipment. Another thing I need to do to get crafting recipes is complete special orders, but I'm only going to do the ones that actually get me the recipes I need. Like Juicy Bugs Wanted gets me the quality bobber. On day 9, I finished an easy raccoons quest, earning me another book. And I'm just gonna say it right now, I f***ed up this key bean quest, so ignore any time I get them or plant them. We're not even gonna talk about it, cause it's not worth it. Like I said in previous videos, every Stardew day I wake up and tend to my animals. But since I'm so far in the game, everything I'm doing is getting pretty repetitive. So this telling you what I do every single day thing, throw it out the window. We're doing a different style of narration from here on out. Hopefully it doesn't get confusing. I actually did a lot on my farm early spring, like get myself a new shed, kept up with my ongoing ancient fruit shed, and planted some rhubarb seeds to fill up my farm spaces. I still need well over 10 million gold to 100% the game, so hopefully this is an okay crop to plant. I need to be rich. And rich I will be, because holy shit, the ancient fruit wine is so nice. Also earning another pig, which just helps me get even more truffles. I did not forget about getting the diamond book the next time I went to the volcano. Officially getting the well-read achievement. Thank you. Thank you very much. Even getting a bunch of dragon teeth that I needed, and a walnut. Yeah, apparently I also needed to fish for those. I'm kind of just lost on the last walnuts I need to collect. Those dragon teeth, though, are what helped me get my island obelisk, making me halfway done with getting all of them. Though I had a good time in the desert festival last year, my beets were done growing, and after putting them in Lewis's refrigerator, for some reason, I wasn't able to finish the quest because the festival was going on. Instead, I picked up a special order for 100 pineapples that I already had planted, allowing me to finish the request as soon as possible, getting me the solar panel recipe. I'm really killing it with the recipes. During this time, I also shipped 15 cauliflower for my polyculture achievement and found this strange beast at the bottom of the map. It kept asking me for things, and after giving in, Trash Bear, as it is called, rewarded me with cleaning up a shit ton of trash. Look at the pretty little dog house. Oh, so exciting. Along with finishing that, I completed another raccoon's request. Speaking of quests, now that the desert festival is over, I can continue my scarecrow storyline. I put a solar essence into this dragon's mouth, obtained an exclusive club card, and was able to make my way into the casino. I thought you were supposed to become rich in one of these. No. I lost so much money because I converted all my cash to key coins to buy my second to last remaining scarecrow. Waking up in the morning though to get the recipe for the last one. And now I'm done with the scarecrows. The last two key quests I did for the spring season were the exact same because they're easy. So yeah, I did the Skull Cavern invasion back to back. This allowed me to get all of my keys room crafting recipes and a key to the town, meaning I can walk into about any building, even if it's after hours. Such a nice ability. Sadly, I am not done with the key quest though, as I still have a couple more things to buy. We'll get to that though. I really don't know why I did this year's flower dance. I look like a clown. Get it? Oh, please subscribe. And finally, after 3 years, I got max hearts with every single villager. It is done. Thank you so much, Leo. The last thing I got up to was making a new shed for my animal products to change my farm layout a bit, and that completes spring. Year 3 summer started the exact same way that spring did. I checked any crops I needed 15 of and bought them to start growing on my farm. This time I also focused on my island farm, specifically because of the starfruit. If I want to make more than 10 million gold, I have to get this farm going. I spent the first couple of days trying to go through the volcano for my last remaining volcano walnut. Literally only 8 walnuts left, by the way. But the first try went poorly. Second try, I did it. Even getting a new weapon. The green rain came a lot earlier than it did last year, so I spent my time collecting all the fiber and moss, and apparently my ostrich hatched. Good green rain day, I guess. Since the beginning of the video, I've only done one help wanted quest, and I need to get done with like 10 more. So for the first half of summer, I made sure to do as many as I could, like defeating slimes, getting stone, gifting a hot pepper, collecting gold, all for the goal of completing the big help achievement. Of course, that wasn't the only thing I got up to. I failed miserably in trying to get my leftover museum items, harvested my first set of starfruit this season, and with the money from that allowed me to get the desert obelisk, now only having one left. Actually, no, two, because how have I not gotten this obelisk yet? That was really dumb. Okay, now one more left. Entering mid-month, some of my polyculture crops are done, so I can finally ship those, and it gives me more options going into the luau. Just kidding, I gave them an iridium quality truffle. I want the max stat. Yeah. You know what else I can ship? The ostrich egg. That's right, finally getting full shipment and a pretty aesthetically clean looking list. In the meantime, I also need 5 cockle to complete a raccoon's quest, and I am struggling, but maybe one day they'll actually show up. It just might take a while. I continued my normal money-making ways by creating more kegs for my fish ponds row, harvesting my ancient fruit wine, and starting up some starfruit wine, which gave me some golden walnuts that I needed, leaving me with just 3 walnuts left. But this bird was not telling me what I was missing. So who knows if I'll even get the last walnuts that I need. Jumping back into needing key gems, I took on the Danger in the Deep quest. The first day I did relatively well. I still hate the squids though. And made it all the way down to floor 20, which actually isn't that great. Whoops. The second day, I got beat up. I hate these stupid spiders. I hate this level. This sucks. And thankfully, after this, I never have to do it again, ending the day on a decently solid 55. The next time I did the quest, we did things a little differently. I used staircases. Yep, I was not gonna waste my time because what I needed to spend the key gems on was the Galaxy Soul. I'm not gonna cover enchanting at Stardew, but for the Infinite Power achievement, I used my trusty Galaxy Sword and the Galaxy Souls to enchant it 3 times, making the Infinity Blade. You know that weapon I just got that I was really excited about? Yeah, not as good as the Infinity Blade, thus completing another one of my required achievements to 100% the game. Throughout this time, I came up with more ways to get money via the dehydrators and all of my leftover blueberries from the season. I skipped the trout derby. Absolutely not. No derby for me. And still struggled with this stupid cockle. But this is where things take a fun turn. I completely forgot I could easily get the mountain obelisk, so I obtained that, officially completing all of the obelisks I needed for my farm. And while I was at Keys, I picked up a new quest. See, I don't need to do this, but who doesn't want to fish up some new legendaries? Me. Actually, I had a really rough time the last go around. This quest was to pick up every legendary fish's family member, and even though they're usually seasonal, not this time. I just have to get them within the 3 allotted days. Starting with the easiest, the Glacier Fish Jr. Oh, okay, that hurt. Never mind, second time's a charm. The radioactive carp was also super easy, but it made me realize that you just hold them upside down. This now is where I started to struggle. No matter how much time I spent in the mountains, I was not catching the legendary 2. And before I passed out, I just had to go home. The next day, I caught the Son of the Crimson Fish with ease, and Miss Angler, so I had to go back to get the second legend. And again, was met with crippling disappointment, even with my preparation. This time, I was gonna start early. The one time I actually get it, and I fail. Immediately right after though, I get another chance. Okay, why was that easy? And that wasn't even sped up or anything. What the hell? Finally getting to display them in the junk room in my house, aka my kids' room. To continue on a good note, after researching, I finally realized where to get the last golden walnuts for my perfection rating. It's literally a monkey. That was all that was missing. What the hell? Now officially only having the crafting recipes and golden clock left to complete for my perfection. Near the end of the month is where I decided I needed to do a lot of activities. After a couple of failed attempts, I finally get the cockle that I needed for the raccoons, which puts me one step closer to getting the Good Neighbors achievement. For the polyculture achievement, however, I forgot 15 hops, so I had to make space on my Ginger Island farm to put those, since they're a spring crop. And I completed Robin's Resource Rush, another special order I needed to do to unlock another recipe to collect. And finally, a couple of help wanted quests, like collecting a pike for Penny, a red snapper for Haley, and defeating a squid kid for the wizard. All of this leading up to the midnight jellies, which I actually went to this year, though I had no idea my child would just show up. Really enjoyed the calm before the storm, however, because oh my god, the fall season was gonna be the start of something miserable. But not day 2 though, because day 2 of fall, I did something amazing. By using the Stardew Predictor, sue me if you think that's cheating, I literally don't care. It was able to tell me I would get the last treasure I needed from the treasure trove. It only took 3 years. And not only that, but after hitting up the quarry mine, I was finally able to get the prehistoric skull, officially completing the museum and getting the last star drop. Yup. Best time to subscribe, it literally happened. Of course, going back to day 1, however, I was also able to use the predictor to get the marble I needed for one of my remaining crafting recipes and buy 15 seeds for the polyculture achievement. Also, getting myself pumpkins to put in preserve jars for a little extra cash. Out of nowhere, it seems, I officially got the Good Neighbors achievement. I was not expecting this. Aww, that's so cute. Are they singing? Oh my god, I didn't hear it because I don't have my music on! Is that actually what's happening? Oh no! Oh my god, what? What? Yeah, I was clearly having a good time. To continue on getting achievements, I finished a help wanted quest for Haley, getting her an amethyst, and then a cave carrot for Pam. I did it! Thanks, but I got the achievement! Yeah, let's go. That's so exciting. Sadly, there is still so much left to do, but I got a little distracted. See, I saw this key quest for getting 50,000 points in Junimo Kart, and I've never played the game, nor do I even need to complete it for 100%. But for some reason, I kept telling myself that I had to play the game. This was super hard to get used to, and the thought of getting 50,000 points straight further from my sight every single time I played. I just could not play this game. Since the game is randomized, it does require a little bit of luck. Like I noticed in the first round, I did so much better when there weren't rocks barreling towards me. And the ice level has a lot of slippery ice, which makes it really hard to time well. And the sea level is just awful. The fruit you're supposed to collect help you in easily increasing your score in game, but the possibility of safely getting the fruit in this level is next to none. It's just rough. And the last level that's needed for this challenge is extreme speed and mobs that you cannot touch. And I did this for hours. That was so sad sounding. Oh my god. I didn't know my mic was on. Bro, I can't. And after getting super close, then failing, I had to give up for the day. Like, actual in real life day. I was doing this for hours. I'm so used to the screen, like, scrolling, that my brain is, like, making it scroll for me. Yeah. Too long. But the next day, I returned and continued on. This time, I did a lot better at making it to the darker level. I just kept dying in stupid ways. And this constant mistake made me mess up way more in earlier levels. Oh my god, I didn't even make it. Oh my god. I don't know why. I do not know why I even tried. What? I meant to press the window button. Oh my god. This game. Oh my god. Not only was I crying at this point, this did not help. Oh my god! Oh, that was the closest I've ever gone. Crazy enough, off camera, I actually got all the way to 49,900. 100 away from the 50,000 I needed. If you thought I was crying now, no, not at all. But at this point, it was really just time to call it quits again. But when I came back for another round the next day, well, I'll let you watch. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Yes! Oh my god! You, Lewis. Fuck you. I was finally done with Junimo Kart, but it wasn't the last thing I needed to do in the saloon. We still have the hardest challenge in the game. But not today, because in the meantime, we have a lot of stuff to get up to. I completed another recipe after spending some time in the volcano for the dragon teeth I needed. I started an ancient fruit garden on my island, which will hopefully get me to fill up the kegs on my actual farm. I made even more bee houses to benefit from the fairy flower, but I also moved them to the island, which I should have done forever ago. And regarding my polyculture achievement, my last wheat and my hops are done, which means I officially got the achievement. Polyculture achievement! What? Whoa! Wait. Clearly very excited. You know what I was also excited about? Having pumpkins that I can put in preserve jars for extra money. And yeah, I'm a little stressed about money still, because I still have a long way to go for 10 mil, but we're slowly coming up, especially with our aged wine. This is not something that I will be doing again because this run does not have that much time left. And hopefully just selling the wine straight up will still be enough. Of course, if you remember, I'm not just doing this, but also selling all of my animal products as well as fishing pond items. Another plant-related thing I did was plant some sweet gemberries because those also sell for a bunch. Since I'm getting close with the crafting recipes, I finally decided to pick up one that I was missing from the dwarf and then do some special orders. The first one was community cleanup. The idea was to fish trash out from the water, and since I can really only pick up trash on my farm, it was a pretty easy task to complete, earning me the fiber seeds recipe. And the last and final recipe to get was from the Cave Patrol request. After defeating 50 grubs, I would be awarded with the Geode Crusher recipe. And oh boy, I was a little dumb with this one. Nevertheless, still finishing the task and finally completing my last recipe. So I should just be 90% on my perfection rating. Yup, wow. Wow. At this point, I only have 6 achievements left. A full house, 10 million gold, perfection, both the Prairie King achievements, and JojaCo Member of the Year. Remember that last achievement because we'll come back to it. But before we finally decide to tackle the Prairie King, I let myself have a little bit of fun with the Stardew Valley Fair, using random items I had in my chest to get me the highest score I had ever gotten, just to use those points for a prize ticket. And on the side, getting myself another fish pond. Sadly, I can't stall for too long though, because this game will be pretty hard to explain. Prairie King is your classic shooting arcade game. With 3 controls, you can run, shoot, and use items. And yes, there are lives in the game, but for the Fector's achievement, I can't use any of them. This is basically hardcore Minecraft because I can't die once. And I knew this was going to be challenging, but oh my god, was I running out of space on my computer? So I actually did the first round on my third try without recording. But here's where we get into a little hack. See, the game saves after every round you play. So instead of just playing through the game over and over again until I beat it without dying, I'm gonna play one level, exit out of Prairie King once I beat it, then go to bed, officially saving my progress and allowing me to start the next day from my saved spot. Because if I get hit once, I have to restart the Stardew day entirely. Do people think this is cheating? Yeah. Do I really care? Absolutely not. So that's what I did. In total, however, I need to get through 13 rounds. Officially starting with the third round, however, I definitely struggled a lot. But once I beat it, I was able to save my game and start the next Stardew day. Not gonna lie though, I'm missing a bunch of footage, but I was able to make it to the first boss, who was so easy. You just have to be patient, which I didn't know I lacked. But once I finished that, I was done for the day. This marks a new area. A green area. And instantly, I sucked at it. It was annoying, but this was actually one of the hardest levels to me. But now that it's over, I can explain power-ups. In the game, you get coins to upgrade your abilities. See, I already got a bullet upgrade, and this time I took a gun upgrade, hopefully being able to kill my enemies faster. But this is important because if you don't get enough coins in the round, you won't be able to upgrade, making the harder levels even more impossible. Luckily for me, the next 2 rounds were decently easy, and I was able to get myself another upgrade. This brings us to the final level of the green area, being another easy boss, if you take it slow. I blasted through the next level, but sadly didn't have enough gold to get an upgrade, and instead of save scumming like I had been doing, I just continued playing. Oh my god, this is the hardest area, and I just didn't care, I guess. At least I made it though. But let's put a break on Prairie King real quick, because when I slept that night, Shane finally wanted another kid with me. It only took forever. Officially starting the process towards the full house achievement. Thank God. I am only 1 round away from defeating Fector, and this was proving to be a challenge. Easily the hardest round I had taken on so far. But this is where I messed up. I should have redone the level when I finally beat it, because I got left with a smoke bomb. One of the most useless items in the game. Instead of having great items, I was headed into the hardest boss in the game with a smoke bomb that does not affect the boss. So obviously, this was hard. Over the course of many in-game days, it was done. Not only that, it was also the winter season now. Even better, the same day I got my Prairie King achievements, I woke up to the 10 million gold achievement. Just a good time all around, really. Until you realize that I am still 5 million away from getting the golden clock, the last thing I need to get for perfection. And since it's now winter, I can't even use any truffles that would be really useful for my cash output. Instead, I put all of my time into trying to get more kegs. Also upgraded my pig barn finally because I didn't want to have to deal with it. Everything on my farm had a use. Even the leftover fruit I had went straight into the dehydrator. I still was working on star fruit wine and using my pumpkins in the jars, and this rinse and repeated. I had a little fun by decorating my farm a bit and even trying to participate in the Squid Fest. You know exactly who I went for. That is so cute. Aww. Ah, he's pudding. That's my cat's name. Cute. Sadly, that was a waste of time though, because I only got 2 squid. In general, most of my time was farming any bit I could for extra cash. When I was running out of iron, I finally went and bought some so I could make kegs faster. And once the night market came around, I even went fishing for blobfish to smoke, then sell for a better price. In between all this though, I finally had another kid, getting me that sweet, sweet full house achievement, just leaving 2 left. Yeah, remember Joja Co-Employee of the Year? That one's not possible in this save at all, so I had to make an entirely different save file for this achievement, even streaming it on my YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss it next time. I know a bunch of you did. It required a ton of money because instead of completing the community center, I joined Joja Mart, which made me buy all of the upgrades, like the greenhouse, minecart, and bridge. But once that was done, I easily got my achievement. Now we can go back to the original save to get a little emotional. Sadly, nothing I could do was fast enough to get me 10 million before the end of the year. No matter what I did, I couldn't do it. I was devastated. Not only did I not reach my goal again, but was I just supposed to give up? No. Let's be real. I beat Junimo Kart after crying my ass off for hours. I can do anything at this point. I made my farms, sold my wine, decorated my farm again, sold more wine, and made my truffle oil. All culminating to Spring 20, Year 4. Yes! Yes! Oh, that peaked the microphone so bad! I walked my ass all the way to the wizards and then did it. The golden clock was mine. Huge fan. Yeah, okay. I ran this time all the way to Keys. 100%! 4 out of 4. Yes, yes, 100%. 25 out of 25. Yes, 100%, 100%, 100%. And 130 out of 30. Total complete 100%. That's so cool. Oh my god. Okay, wait. You want to know a secret? I'm not getting it. I'm not getting it. I don't care. I'm not getting it. Anyways, I went to bed so I could officially get my perfection achievement. You feel it in your heart somewhere. Somehow Grandpa's beaming with pride. The legacy of the sweet, sweet farm is eternal. That's so cute. I made my way to the top of the map, officially having the rubble removed. And officially getting the perfection achievement. It was bittersweet, you know? Over 100 hours were spent getting this. And even as I got to look at all of my friends, and all of my enemies too, y'all, I felt entirely at peace. Oh my god, I did it! Every achievement in the game, done. Done. Wow, that's crazy. The only thing I really have left to do is... Yeah, right. Absolutely not.